So cool. Yes, the open mic. We will do that again in the fall. Maybe there is some aspiring comedians in here. Be funny though when you come. That would be cool. So, 2 more acts. And when we do PCCC, what we did almost from the absolute start was that we always had a sensitivity reader. I called it the PC police in the beginning, and then that was not so popular. Why? And then, so we call it now sensitivity reader, and it's to check, we meet a week ahead, everybody presents their scripts, and then so that me and Josef are not sitting there, because we also haven't, we don't always have an idea of what we're doing. And it also would be a weird power thing, because then I go like, Josef, you tell her. Then it's like, no, you tell her. No, you tell her. I don't want it. I want them to love me. So we have somebody from the outside coming in, which is neat. This time it was Hio Lee. Thank you very much, Hio. Yes. Because there are it's some things that we think it is so easy, you don't say homophobic stuff, you don't say transphobic stuff, you don't say racist stuff. Of course, that still happens also, and then there are also areas that are a little bit hard to pinpoint down. I am obsessed about my age, so I want to do a lot of age jokes, and then people go yeah, that's not funny, that's your own in your head, and that's also ageist. And I'm yeah, but it's me, and they're yeah, it doesn't matter. You reproduce these stereotypes of what you're doing, and. I'm okay, then skip the age jokes. I have to go to therapy, that's expensive. It is. I could use you. And this is also something that comes up when it comes up to the next 2 performers. I met them some years ago, and we immediately hit it off. We get along so well, and I was oh my God, best pals, and blah, 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 and then I couldn't stop myself, and then I'm oh, I'm like your queer mother. Yeah, they are a little bit younger than I am. I could, in fact, be their mother by quite a margin. And then we started doing cool young stuff, going woo! I love you! Yeah, that's how we talk to each other, and I do that quite comfortably also when we hang out. And so we do this, when we're in close spaces and stuff. And sometimes when we go out, they get a little drunk and they forget themselves. Yes, and then I hear across the room as sisters, in the old days where I was walking around going, butchers, butchers, and then I hear, mother! And I'm no, not now. Not now, honey, not now. Woo, love you, but not now, not now. So yeah, I love them, and I wanted them to come on for a long time, and it's my fucking great pleasure and privilege to introduce to you, are you ready? No! Debs Lotta!
Thank you, Mother.
You did know that was coming.
Yeah.
All right. So hi, everybody. It's nice to not see you, I guess. We're Debs. This
and
is
Lotta, or the other way around.
Yeah.
We get confused sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard. So everywhere we go, we show up together, on this stage. It's simple physics.
Yeah, it just works like that. So a lot of people automatically assume we're a couple or one person, whatever that is supposed to mean. We know what you mean.
And recently, a lot of people have been asking if we're together. And I'm just why would you think that? Honestly, we're not very touchy-feely with each other. It's not our thing.
Yeah, we're more woo, yeah! What's up, bud?
Or hello, best friend, how are your organs working for you today?
Not so well, thank you.
took 7 years of friendship until we started hugging.
Yeah, that wasn't even our idea. Everyone else at our new schools was doing it, so we jumped the trend.
And the closest we ever came to hooking up was one time when we had guests over and they were staying in Lotta's room. So Lotta was supposed to stay in my bed. Unfortunately, the woman I was seeing at that time made an unwelcome surprise visit.
Awkward.
So we basically had a no-touch threesome.
Yeah. Just have to imagine all three of us in our bed like, oh, no touching, no touching, no touching, please, no touching.
Awkward.
Yeah, so I think you can tell we've known each other a while, and it has been 17 years and more.
And as we are 22 and 23 years of age, that is quite a big piece of the cake, isn't it?
So here's the story. We met in kindergarten. Oh, cute! I know. I had just moved to the area, and Debs was already the queen of everything there. And I was intimidated, but intrigued. And to this day, I was 5 years old. I still remember seeing her for the first time.
I don't.
She doesn't. It's fine. I always knew we were gonna be best friends forever and ever. And it's a dream that came true. We've been friends ever since. We live together now. We do everything together. We fucking realized we're queer together. What are the odds? Obviously not together, just simultaneously.
Still no touching, yeah? Oh, but we recently realized that I wasn't always as convinced as you may have noticed from her story. In primary school, where we grew closer, I apparently had my doubts. And I even wrote a story. So we got this book that I actually used. I wrote in primary school, and I wrote a story about how Lotta and I met. So here goes. 4 years ago, I was in kindergarten. That is where I met Lotta. We played with each other, but I don't know why. We also sat next to each other. That is all I know. No! One thing. We're in the same class now. The end.
Thank you for capturing the essence of our deep and meaningful relationship.
You're welcome. Always.
Kind of like that time when you took your time with our friendship tattoo? Rude.
I was just thinking real hard if it's gonna last. Am I ready for this next step? Is 16 years really enough time to know that you want to spend the rest of your life with someone?
Okay, cool. I think I know what people think we're a couple. It's not physics, it's simple chemistry.
So by now you're probably thinking, who are those cool, confident kids up there? But don't you worry, we're not like that on the inside, we're insecure.
What? You too, you're thinking? Yeah, have you ever seen one of us exist in a place without the other one there? It's horrible.
It's actually scary, you don't want to see that. And also, in a group of strangers, we're super codependent because strangers are so scary.
We're just with the baby. So we have a little coping mechanisms that we do. Debs just talks about pigs and tasteless food for some reason.
Like did you know that pigs sing to their young while nursing? How fucking cute is that? Can you imagine like a big-ass sow lying on the floor, those tiny little piglets sucking on the teats, and Mama Pig just going like, near, far, wherever you are. don't know where we're at.
Came at the wrong time.
Yeah. We don't know what's happening. What is happening?
You're telling them what I'm doing.
Exactly.
You fucked everything up. You all, not her.
Not me. I don't make mistakes. So Lotta shows off her special party trick, which is licking her eyeball. Are you all trying it now? Try it.
You can't do it. I'm challenged. Probably.
How do we make friends, you wonder? I know, right?
The thing is, we have a little trick. When we are together, it's a completely different story.
We're the dynamic duo.
Everybody wants to be us or be in us.
We're funny.
We're cute, cool.
We're spontaneous.
We're superstars.
We're like Denice on her own.
Denice
Maybe.
is perfect. We love her.
Thank you, Mother.
Yeah, so that always kind of left us with a little problem. How do you flirt when you can't talk to people without your bestie there?
Yeah, so flirting. Alright. Is anyone here actually like flirting? We actually can't see you. We're waiting responses. You?
You!
That's rude.
Show up!
Can you also tell me how also?
No, please stay.
It's the worst though. It's the worst.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Debs, I've been in a relationship for almost 3 years now, and I don't have to flirt anymore if I don't want to, which is most of the time. So she's had to do it by herself, which looks a little something like this.
Hi.
I know it ain't pretty. Luckily, there's people out there giving really, really, really good advice.
So you all know Ezra was going to perform after us. And when she found out that I'm a horrible flirter, she was shook to the core. Because apparently flirting is the easiest thing on earth. So when you go out and you're in the club and you see someone you fancy, you just dance near them and accidentally fall on them. Then you go, you okay? And then you just walk off. And while you're standing at the bar, they're gonna come running to you. And they're gonna wanna schmooze with you, no doubt. Thank you, Ezra. I'll try that. Thank you.
I'm not sure if that works for everyone.
Not for me.
Yeah, I mean, I want to talk, not that I was ever any better. When I talked to my girlfriend for the first time, I was really nervous because I was crushing hard and Debs wasn't there and we were walking next to each other and no one said anything. It's getting awkward. So I panicked and I was like, so you want to see pictures of me on ecstasy? Sorry, Mom. Both our moms are here.
Hey.
And the worst part is that I thought, oh yeah, nailed it! Until she told me it was really weird and awkward. I couldn't have known.
I would have liked it.
Yeah, so, you know, to be fair, we did have a phase when we were really, really good at that stuff, when we were both single and younger and for some reason more confident. We had our little bits that we did and it worked basically every time.
Yeah, for me.
For her. Yeah, it was almost getting boring.
For her.
Because it happened just like this over and over again.
For this story, you should know that Elsa was really good at getting attention in the first place. I was better at keeping it.
Don't worry, I wrote that line because it's true. Yeah, so it went like this. We'd go up to people and Debs would still be a bit shy, and I had my 5 seconds of glowing confidence. So I'd be like, hey, so do you have a lighter?
And 5 minutes later, I would be standing in a corner, licking someone's face, while Lotta would be standing next to us, licking her elbow.
Yeah, so now the only thing we lick
No,
is...
we're not telling that joke.
Oh,
Sorry.
man! Okay, thank you. That was it.
Lotta on Debs!